friends. My name is Kathleen Shannon O'Brien Hale, and I'm here today for a very special reason. I am so grateful for the opportunity to talk to you today about some of the things that have made my life so much better as a result of getting involved with Ozark Research Institute. I moved here to Fayetteville, Arkansas because of ORI, and also because these beautiful quartz crystals like the one my friend and I dug come from this area. I'd like to tell you a little bit about how I became involved with ORI and how I met Gladys and Harold. My cousin Bambi, who's also doing a video for this project, invited me up to her place in Massachusetts so that we could then travel to Vermont and go to the ASD conference. And this was many years ago, 1993. We went to the conference and I met so many amazing people. But the ones who stood out so much were Gladys and Harold McCoy. When I returned to the state I lived in, which was West Virginia at the time, we started our own chapter of the American Society of Dowsers, and then we were able to have a lot of really brilliant guest speakers. We had Louis Matasha, we had a lot of the dowsers that you may have had classes with in the past, and we did some really great projects like building labyrinths. But the speaker who came to visit West Virginia, who made the most impact on my life, was Harold McCoy. Harold came to do a weekend workshop, and he taught so many wonderful techniques to our dowsing chapter. I was so fascinated with all of the amazing possibilities that I decided that I wanted to move to Fayetteville, Arkansas to be more involved with Ozark Research Institute. Harold put a prosperity pyramid over my house, and lo and behold, I sold it and I moved to Fayetteville. Some of you know my story, but I did drive from West Virginia to Fayetteville amidst tumultuous storms, and there were always clouds that looked like angels in the sky before me, and I knew I was making the right decision. When I got to Fayetteville, I immediately connected with ORI, and I've never had any regrets since. It has been the best move I could have possibly made. So, let's talk a little bit about some of the things that I've learned from everyone at ORI. I've learned that you can choose a family like ORI as a support system, as a place to learn and grow. I've learned about unconditional love from Gladys, and I have been so very blessed to have experienced Tuesday night meditation groups with Harold when he was still with us on this side, and to have experienced so many workshops, conferences, and conventions, and power thought schools too. Sometimes when I reflect on how incredibly grateful I am to be here and to have these opportunities, it just fills my heart with gratitude and joy. Some of the things that I think are so important in terms of utilizing a lot of the things I've learned from Ozark Research Institute, like dowsing and remote viewing and all of the wonderful healing techniques, the visualization techniques. When I think of all of those things, I think about connectivity energetically to everyone. And I know it's been incredibly difficult to miss our Power of Thought School, to miss our convention in April, and we all yearn to be together and experience that amazing energy, that undoubtable, irreplicable energy that comes from ORI being together in one place and sharing our love and our amazing concern for one another. It's been difficult, but with ORI, you know we don't have to physically be together to have those same experiences. We can be together in heart and in mind. We can be together energetically and still get the same feeling of being connected to our ORI family. There's so many wonderful things that I've learned just in the past few years. And I've been a member of ORI since 1998. I continue to learn. One of the more enjoyable workshops that I attended in recent years was Zabi Barnes, and she did such an amazing job telling us about the magical, amazing properties of seashells. I always had a real resonance with seashells, and as a child I was fascinated with them and lucky to have the opportunity to go to a beach sometimes and to be able to collect seashells, those beautiful gifts from the sea that give us such a sense of calm, such a sense of wonder, such a belief in something greater than ourselves. I have one of my friends here with me today, this beautiful shell, and some of you may have also experienced the incredible energy of seashells and that spiraling energy that each one uniquely has. Sometimes I just like to listen, to hear what they have to say, and hear that calm, calm resonance, as if I were right by the ocean side. There's so many things that we can do to enjoy nature and to connect with nature. I also, of course, am so grateful to have been able to harvest quartz crystals over the last several decades. And this is just one of my friends. As you can see, it's a family. It's a cluster made up of many crystals, and they're all very unique, and they all have their own properties. To me, this crystal is a lot like the ORI family. And we all come together in person or energetically or remotely. We all carry our own healing energies, just like the individual crystals on this cluster. And when we do come together, our energy resonates and magnifies and is capable of doing amazing healing things. I also love to reflect on the energy of trees. And you can see right behind me, one of my favorite trees is a big old oak tree in my backyard. And I hug this tree. Yes, I'm a tree hugger. I love the energy that this tree brings. And I do a lot of energetic work with the energy of the tree. I know that some of you also have experienced that, and you may have even had the opportunity to connect with Katerina McGregor, who did a wonderful workshop for ORI on the energy and the power of trees. I also love to look at the details and ponder the mystery, the great mystery. And so embodied in one single leaf, the awe, the majesty, the mystery, and the magic of nature and of energy can all be seen. We've had a lovely fall here in Northwest Arkansas, and I'm so blessed to be able to sit outside today and speak to you about the importance of Ozark Research Institute. I would also love to share something with you about a little book that is one of the favorites that I have, and we use it a lot in working with young children. And it's a lovely book. It's called Pete the Cat and His Magic Sunglasses. And I can't read it to you because I would be in violation of copyright, but I would like to share a little bit about this story with you, just to pique your curiosity enough, and maybe you would like to buy it and share it with children you know. This book is Pete the Cat and his magic sunglasses. It's by Kimberly and James Dean. And this book, here's our character Pete. This book is published by Harper, which is an imprint of HarperCollins. And James Dean actually did the illustrations as well as co-authoring it with his wife. So in this book, Pete the cat is not in a very good mood at the beginning. And so he gets these magic blue sunglasses, and he thinks that makes everything all better. He hasn't really changed his perspective, but he's put all of his hope into these magic sunglasses being able to change his mood. As he travels around meeting his animal friends, he finds grumpy ones and disenchanted ones, and some of the animal friends are just despondent. He shares his sunglasses with them, and they immediately get into a good mood. But then his sunglasses break, and he meets a wise owl, and the owl tells him that he didn't really need those magic sunglasses all along, that his ability to look at things differently in a hopeful new way was always within him, and that he didn't need props in order to be able to have a different outlook, a more positive and hopeful outlook on life. Now, we all know props are fun, and I personally love blue. I love the color blue. I love blue glass. I love looking through blue glass. It just does my heart good. But I don't really need it. I don't really need that. It's great and it makes me feel good, but I can achieve the same level of contentment and peace within myself without any props. And I think that's probably one of the most powerful messages that I have learned from all of the different things that have happened in the courses and classes and things that I've participated in with ORI. We all have it within us, and when we're connected, near or far, we have the ability to have a positive outlook, to look for the best, to be of service, and help others, because that's what it's all about. We really benefit so much when we're in service to other people and using our gifts and our energies, our artistic talents and our creativity, whatever healing modalities we may use, whatever music we may use. We all are keeping in resonance with the one, and I think that's powerful. Thank you so much for letting me spend some time with you today. I'm really grateful. Until we meet again.